If this episode did not give you the warm and fuzzies, you're not human. What's going on, guys? It's Adonis. Flash episode 21 of season 2. Let's talk about it because it was awesome. So last week I made a prediction and I was right. Barry is lost in the Speed Force, and it really just takes place, at least his arc, trying to get his speed back. And it was more so of him, in his story arc this episode, realizing what's on his shoulders, coming to grips with what happened to him, and taking, I don't want to say ownership, but accepting what happened. I thought his story arc was so good, and it was such a good Mother's Day episode in a sad kind of way, but at the same time it was still really good and it was a compelling story. So the first time we see Barry, he's at his home, his original home, and Joe is inside his house, but it's not Joe, it's the Speed Force. This episode really had a lot of Matrixy vibe to it. I see what I did there. But still, it had a lot of Matrixy vibes to it. I don't know why, I felt like at one moment, it was very, whoever the Speed Force was at any given time really had that Oracle, aura to them. And it just, I don't know what it was. It just reminded me a lot of the Matrix. Now, the Speed Force, like I said, is guiding Barry, trying to help him realize, everything that happened to him happened for a reason. He's kind of the chosen one. He's the one. He's Neo, but he's Barry Allen. And Team Flash is actually trying to locate Barry, and they end up finding out where Barry is through Vibe. And he was touching Barry's suit and had a vibe and saw Barry kind of in this lightning storm thing. And he tells Wells, and Wells says, guess what, man? He's in the Speed Force. Right then, I was so hyped. That was an acknowledgement of my theory. And I was like, yes, he's stuck in the Speed Force. I did it. But not really. So at this point in time, Wells calls for Jesse. Jesse is not responding. Come to find out, they're both knocked out. Her and Wally are done. They're KO'd right now. Joe and Wells freak out. They freak out on their kids. Wally wakes up, but not Jesse. Jesse doesn't wake up. We obviously find out later what happens with Jesse. But at that moment, you had this oh my God, they're dealing with a lot. They're trying to figure out what's going on with Barry. Now, Jesse is unresponsive. Wally finally wakes up, but we're really not sure what's going on. Did he get any metahuman abilities? Now, at this point, Cisco and Iris end up going kind of downstairs into their morgue, quote unquote, and they get greeted by a reanimated Tony. Yeah, The Walking Dead is real. And it was funny because they actually referenced The Walking Dead in the episode. I love when they reference things, and Cisco is the best at references, whether it be movies or TV shows. Spot on, because we were all thinking the exact same thing. And I think that was what the coolest part of the episode was. They had a lot of tiebacks to kind of the original things that happened. Barry gets struck by lightning, he's knocked out. That's kind of where Jesse's at right now. Tony walking around kind of retracing events that happened to him when he was looking for Iris and, ended up fighting Flash. That literally played out almost identically. Now you have Barry going back, trying to figure out how to get his powers back. It was just a really cool episode, just kind of retracing where everything was at one time, and now Barry reclaiming his power and knocking out Tony at the end. It was a dope episode. It was really well written. Now, once Tony was taken care of, you had Barry going over to Jesse and just touches Jesse on the hand. You see the Speed Force trickle out his fingers, and I really believe we know it's about to go down. We have Jesse quick. Now the question is, what's gonna happen with Wally? Does he get his Speed Force powers from Barry as well? Does he know that Barry's the Flash? There's a lot of questions that are gonna be popping up with this. Now at the end, we did see Zoom, and he was actually talking to Caitlin, basically giving her an ultimatum. You either gonna see me, or you ain't gonna see me, but you gonna see me. It was kind of cliche, just a little bit. You're kind of psycho, but I just wish he would just go full psycho and just force her to stay there versus having her walk away. Just stay full psycho, bro. Go full psycho. You have the authority. Go full psycho. After he walks out, he basically tells her, I'm gonna walk out, and if I come back and you're no longer here, I know what you've chosen. And he walks out to an army of metahumans, and one of them really looks like the Green Lantern. Very, Hal Jordan bomber jacket looking vibe going on, which could just be a nod obviously, but they have referenced the Green Lantern plenty of times in the Arrow Flash universe. So who knows? Who knows? But that's where I'm gonna leave it with you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. I really thought it was extremely story heavy, but it was a good story. So I really, really liked this episode. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And if you guys like this recap review, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Show your boys some love. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, come on, man, what are you waiting for? Hit that APP logo in the corner to subscribe to the channel. Or if you're on mobile, hit the subscribe button. All right, guys, till next time. See you later.